Canada's largest white supremacist group is training with fascist fight clubs in the US, growing a global network, preparing for what they say is a race war.
The race war is here.
Meeting with some of the most prominent white nationalist groups in the United States and the founder of the whole movement.
I'm for pro-white. I'm for putting my race above everything else.
Through public Telegram posts, videos, and images, we track them from Texas to a major gathering in South Carolina.
It's very significant that we're seeing Canadians travel across the border. It is getting more and more coordinated by the day.
Active clubs are a global movement of white nationalist fight clubs who gather to train in combat sports. They're founded by this guy, Robert Rundo.
I put my people first. You know, there's fun in fascism.
Here's the leader of Second Sons, Jeremy Mackenzie, giving a Nazi salute. According to Telegram posts, in late March, they traveled to Texas for their first meetup with Lone Star Active Club, based around Dallas. We've geolocated these images to verify them, and we find that their first meetup was in the city of Fort Worth. The two groups can obviously be seen at the Fort Worth stockyards, but also at a major gym. And here they are at a private gym used by the Lone Star Active Club.
But what's people of color? What are y'all doing? These white guys they're learning how to fight, preparing for the race war. Is there something like a race war? We've always had a race war in a way, but it had been an ideology. Or these guys are taking it serious. Are we supposed to take this serious or? Nah, we got Israel, Adesanya. We have Ngolo. Oh, we got pretty good. We have Mayweather, yeah? Matt Jackson. We good.
Canada's largest white supremacist group is training with fascist fight clubs in the US.
We are currently in a race war, ladies and gentlemen. It just has not reached its physical peak yet. The war is more ideological right now. The war has become a social construct, but it hasn't reached its helm yet. But we're on the cusp of it going physical. Not only that, it's going to be international. It should be clear and evident that the media is trying to push race riots as well. And we're seeing a lot of new developments going on as we speak. And it's getting real on the battlefield.
Since Walmart has taken the liberty
One moment.
Walmart, y'all should have known this was coming. Y'all banned Damon Darling thing like that for life. Y'all banned him from your store for life. Now people talking about boycotting Walmart because of Damon Darling. This man has done nothing but good. If anything, he brought more money to your business. People coming there shopping for a little bit of stuff, really got no money. He come in there, see him. Oh, you're a single mom, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a single mom. You got any more things you want to get out of the store? Yeah, I just don't have the money for it. Go ahead, go fill up your cart. I'm paying for it. What? Here's a brand new TV. Here, let me fill up your gas tank. Here, take this, $20 for everybody working in this establishment. When have doing good become a bad thing?
I want to dive deep into the Damon Darling situation as well, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason for that is because I think it's more what meets the eye in regards to that whole scenario. And I want to really expose what's going on from my perspective and my opinion. Now, we know Damon Darling, he goes around helping people out, buying people's groceries. And for whatever reason, he got banned from all Walmarts, including Sam's Club, including, any Walmart owned store pretty much. And the guy is known for pretty much going in rural areas, country areas, suburban areas, and pretty much commingling with all people. And there's a program in America where they don't want to see blacks and whites together in any form or fashion. That's obvious. But I also believe that what they're doing is on purpose to strum up public outrage. When I tell you that the powers that be are afraid of us coming together and seeing who the true enemy is, that's an understatement. They know that if we're together, we're going to start pointing to who's the actual problem, which is them. And it's more of us than them. So naturally, they're going to use divide and conquer. But we're going to go in about this topic because, you know, the rabbit hole goes deep. For everybody joining, make sure you stay nothing short of interactive. Y'all know how we do. This is the home of Truth Maxing. So with no further ado, let's get to it.
They working against us. They hate our souls. They hate us. They hate our righteous indignation. They hate the exhortation that dwells in us. They hate our love for our neighbor. They hate our conviction. They hate the fact that we repentant. They hate the fact that we're truthful, honest, and bold. They hate our courage. Them devils hate us. We're not finna line ourselves up with these weirdos and freaks, but these weirdos and freaks. They working against us. They hate our souls. Weirdos and freaks. But these weirdos and freaks, they working against us. They hate our souls. Nubreed.
Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I see y'all rolling in the chat. Peace and blessings to everybody joining. Let's see. I see, is Carl in the building? Hello. I see Danielle Latson in the house, 144 in the building, Jay Goodlow, Tania's in the house holding it down. Tracy Henry is in the building. That's right. Easter Wiley. Hello, hello. I see Carlise says, Nubreed, did you hear that Trump wants no black people in the armed forces? No, I haven't heard that one, because normally they want us on the front line to try to use us as cannon fodder. So that's news to me. I have to look into that. Joshua Yah's in the building. Phoenix is in the house. Melissa McCoy. It's good to have y'all. It is good to have y'all. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this one right here is going to be edifying. So it's true. We're in a race war. You're looking at crowdfunding going on that's pretty much promoting racial campaigns. You're looking at lynchings going on in 2026. You're looking at all kind of tension going on. I mean, you're seeing double standards all over the place. You see the media pretty much pushing these things, and it is becoming a firestorm in America. And we can no longer say the race war is brewing. No, the race war is already here. It just hasn't manifested physically, but they're training. That's right. They got fastest fight clubs all over the world. They have a tight-knit network. A lot of you all was wondering where all of this crowdfunding was going, to people like Shiloh Hendricks. And I'm going to say allegedly with all of this, but with the McCaff family as well. And also, you know, even the Friends of Nolan Wells crowdfunding. People wondering where all, even Chud the Builder, we're wondering where all this crowdfunding, all these gifts and goes, all these various means of producing finances towards racists, just blatant racist. Well, I believe the money is, and I can only say allegedly, but I believe from the beginning that they were going to start funding schools, funding training camps, funding militias, weapons, you name it, ladies and gentlemen. When you see millions of dollars being raised from people doing racist acts in the public, then, ladies and gentlemen, it's being used for something. That's how war works. And the American citizens are voting with their feet. Y'all got to think 70 million white supremacists voted for Donald Trump. So we got to understand, like, it's real out here. It's real out here. So we all we got, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Yes, but we're going to get into it, because I'm not just over here just saying things. Like, we have sources. These are facts that I'm speaking. So this is not sensationalism. You know, we deal with the real over here. We deal with the real. Now, in case you all are unaware or just joining, we are on the cuff of this thing getting physical. I'm going to play this one more time for the one time, just so you can know that we're not just making these things up. And then we're going to get into some other sources here to also prove where we're at.
Canada's largest white supremacist group is training with fascist fight clubs in the US, growing a global network, preparing for what they say is a race war.
The race war is here.
Meeting with some of the most prominent white nationalist groups in the United States and the founder of the whole movement.
I'm for pro-white. I'm for putting my race above everything else. And
through public Telegram posts, videos, and images, we track them from Texas to a major gathering in South Carolina.
It's very significant that we're seeing Canadians travel across the border. It is getting more and more coordinated by the day.
So this thing is coordinated and it's global. It's a global network where they're training, they're recruiting their sons to get ready for a war on American soil. Let's be very clear about that. And we talk about this all the time, ladies and gentlemen. We have to move accordingly. We have to train. We have to practice situational awareness. We have to be on point at all times. Because, you know, it is getting somewhat dangerous in certain places, such as Mississippi. And, you know, I noticed something, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things I noticed with the Nolan Well case. We'll go there. However, I noticed that a lot of people try to hone in and focus on just the Nolan Wells situation as if Mississippi don't have a lot of other things going on. I mean, just last year, I don't know how many of y'all remember this, but there was prisoners found buried behind a prison. You know, it was just, I mean, some of the most barbaric things, organs missing. Like, listen, the underground organ harvesting trade market has always been in a lot of these southern states in the country. If y'all haven't seen the movie Spoonful of Chocolate, I recommend you see that, because there's always been cover-ups. Like, it's like people be pigeonholing one situation and saying, and, you know, honing in on that, regardless of what happened with the Nolan Wells case, ladies and gentlemen. There's been lynchings going on. There's been 12 lynchings this year, and I'm calling them what they are. They're lynchings. It's been 12 of those this year, and they've been writing them off as if nothing happened. All unsolved. So, listen, those who have the eyes to see, let them see.
Listen, I need y'all to pay close attention. They trying to start a race war. Yeah, they trying to start a whole nother civil war between black and white all over again. They're not slick. I see it coming from a mile away. But look, we can change all that, right? At the moment that the Gentiles, the engrafted branches, that Esau, right, start stepping up like these brothers is right here, game over. Check this out.
Jacob, wake up. We firmly believe that black Americans in this country that descended from chattel slavery, you are the tribe of Judah. You are of Yisrael. We need you to wake up. We're pleading with you. We're here to take on the Gentiles and confront them. But we need the Yehudi to wake up to who they are, to their heritage, because the Edomite has systematically stripped it from you.
Gang.
Stripped the language, stripped the culture, stripped the faith, stripped the name of Yah. And we need you to come back.
And you see these white boys right here? They ain't got an ounce of racism in their heart. They know who the chosen ones. And guess what? They out here making noise for us.
I don't want to get hit with copyright, not sure about the music, but I will say that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for Judah to wake up, know who you are. Do not feed into the stereotypes that they placed on you. You are the children of God. You are the chosen people of the Most High. You are next up. You are the original man. You are the moral foundation of the planet. You are the kings and queens of the earth. You need to know that. You are multi-dialectic thinkers. You are neurodivergent thinkers. You are special and chosen. Your fashions are not like other people's. Once you understand who you are, it's power in that. All right? It's divine protection in that. There's growth in that. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the Lion of Judah actually rousing up. They're afraid of the so-called foundational Black Americans of rising up, understanding their true glory and their true power. Now, of course, we want tangibles. We want resources. We want solutions that are tangible. But there's also a spiritual enlightenment that is necessary. All right? It's necessary because, yeah, the war is real. It's already being fought on every level, even physically to a degree, because our people are being hunted. However, you know what wins the game? The spiritual side wins the game. That's what wins.
All black militia group, they have a right to bear arms per the Constitution. The Proud Boys are walking around bearing arms, and so are these individuals. Look at them.
As you see, the black people are preparing. They tired of this white supremacy. They tired of being denied reparations when the black people have earned them. They are tired of being murdered. They are tired of being hung. They are just tired of being tired. Trump brought out all the racists. And also the black people. I'm out of here.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to be intellectually honest about all of this. When people hear the word, race war, a lot of people imagine something very specific. They imagine open warfare in the streets. They imagine a whole lot of organized militias, which we are starting to see those form. But since it hasn't reached its height, people are letting things slide under the radar. People start imagining neighborhoods becoming pretty much battle zones. They imagine people fighting one another based on color of their skin all through the streets. But sometimes wars begin from an ideological front. It begins with separation, resentment, demonization, propaganda, the creation of an enemy, recruitment processes, preparation. And then you're going to have the normalization of confrontation. And when you look at it, that's exactly what's happening in America right now. There's a lot of disturbing pieces of that puzzle that already are very much visible. We're living through an extraordinary period of polarization right now, ladies and gentlemen. People are not just simply disagreeing with politics anymore. No, this thing done got a lot deeper than that. People are beginning to perceive one another as actual enemies. When it comes to race, immigration, policing, politics, religion, economic culture, all these things are becoming intertwined into one thing. And social media, goodness, it's created an environment where people can spend hours every day consuming material that's specifically designed to make you angry at another group of people. And that's important to understand what the program is about, because before you can convince somebody to physically confront another human being, you genuinely going to have to convince them that the other human being represents a threat, right? And right now, that's being seared in our conscience. It's being seared in our conscience. And I'm not saying that if you put yourself in an awkward situation, it won't be a threat. I'm not saying that. That's why we talk about situational awareness. But we also got to keep in mind that in this new civil war that's coming, we're going to have allies as well. We're going to have people who don't want to see these devils continuing to control the world. The Bible says when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When the righteous rule, the people rejoice. There's people of all ethnicities that want this thing to turn over. That's what the powers that be don't want you to see. Meanwhile, they're trying to create a us versus them type of situation. And once that psychological boundary becomes strong enough, the other side stops being viewed as citizens. They become enemies. And that's exactly what the powers that be want, because they're the real enemies. And this is how you got these extremist movements right now. I mean, the movements are real. They exist. They're all over the place now. And people are getting geared up and ready. And it's because of white fragility is slipping. White narcissism is they're being rattled. So, you know, they're moving out of fear.
Did you know that there's one culture that dominates the globe?
Uh-oh.
Everything from the clothes that you wear to the food that you eat to the music that you listen to. One culture that dominates, baby.
Come on with it.
I mean,
come on with it.
Dominates. Black American culture.
Whoop,
and it's
there
under
it is.
attack here in the US of A.
Can anybody actually say that's a lie? Black culture dominates the world. Foundational Black American culture dominates and influences and inspires every culture. That's why it's so crazy when you hear people say Black Americans don't have culture. I mean, are you crazy? We are the culture. All facets, all genres of music is created by us. I mean, all of it. The style, the swag, the talk, the slang, the inventions, even it's interesting because I got a lot of footage in the future. I want to show y'all how much the culture has influenced every culture, even those in the islands and those and everywhere, all over the world. I can show you how our culture has influenced and inspired everyone else's culture. I can get it from the root all the way to what's going on. And you're going to see without a shadow of a doubt that we have the strongest influence in the world. And really, people cannot argue with that because it's the truth. And if they want to argue with it, all I got to do is bring out the sources, and I will in the future. But hear this out. And this is why the jealousy is getting real, right? This is why they hateful. This is why they're spiteful.
And you might be thinking to yourself, what the fuck is this white girl talking about today?
No, he ain't.
Who brought you jazz?
No, he ain't.
Black Americans.
Facts.
Who brought you
Facts
rhythm and
facts.
blues? Black Americans. Who brought you soul? Black Americans. And this one's really gonna sting. Who brought you rock and roll?
Girl, you better stop.
Black
Girl, you better stop. You're gonna get us in trouble.
White people are absolutely jealous of.
I'm going to take it a step further. Y'all see that these white supremacists walk around with the cowboy hats and all of that. Guess who gave them that? Black Americans. The original cowboys. There's a documentary on Peacock that I want y'all to check out where it's breaking down, and I can't remember the name of it right now. If y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's showing you the origin of cowboys. It's us. They had nobody. Listen, we are the originators. Let's just be clear about that. Anyway, let's continue.
Black people, specifically with the community.
Facts, but it's okay, baby. We understand. We understand. We all family here.
Whiteness is, it inherently lacks community, and I think we're absolutely jealous of that.
Don't tell it then. Don't tell it.
There's something so insidious happening right now to the Black community, and most white people literally have no idea it's even happening. The Black community is under attack right now at a level we haven't seen probably since the Civil Rights era.
Yes, the name of the documentary is called High Horse. It's on Peacock, and it's giving you the history of the Black cowboys and how that culture sprawled off into their culture, right? Or how they inherited it, aka stole it. But yeah.
We need to rally together around our Black brothers and sisters right now. We need to form a wall around them, and we need to say no more.
Yep, y'all heard the man.
That's what needs to happen. And honestly, that's the way the Gentiles should be speaking right now. They should be wanting to stop this thing from happening, but at the same time, understanding that it's going to take some action on their behalf. You know what I mean? So I respect when they say those things. But anyway, let's continue.
I heard him. White America is finally beginning to wake up. A wonderful day. A wonderful day this is.
Did you know that there's one culture?
Yeah, and this is the reason for the jealousy. This is the reason for the hatred. You know, they feel like they're running out of time, and they are. You know, we are actually the dominant culture. Let's go.
Just into our newsroom, the man accused of planning that mass shooting we told you about, targeting black people at a festival in New Orleans right around the time of Jazz Fest. Well, that man was quietly released from custody back in June. We're just finding that out. His name, if you can recall, is Christopher Gillum. And you remember we showed you the video of him being arrested in Florida back in April. That's when authorities say that they found him with a handgun, also hundreds of rounds of ammunition, while he was headed toward Louisiana. That picture right there, as a matter of fact. Booked on terrorizing charges, but court records show that the state refused that charge back in July. The Louisiana Attorney General's office says several jurisdictional issues complicated the case, including that the threat reportedly made by Gillum happened in North Carolina, and he did not enter Louisiana until after his arrest. So translation, doesn't seem as if he committed a crime here, so it's hard for them to charge him here. Gillum's family has since taken him to a treatment facility out of the state, this according to the Attorney General's office, but no doubt a headline we're looking into because a lot of people want to know what happened.
So the FBI and the federal prosecutor just got teleported to Mars. It's only states that can now prosecute crimes. Suddenly, there's no more federal prosecution. What the fuck is this on my forehead? Oh. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, it looked like a fucking third eye.
Anyway, so this Gillum dude just got quietly released from prison after pulling off a terroristic act against our people, or at least attempting to, at the Jazz Festival. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of agencies are in on this. I mean, there's no other way that these things could be happening. You know, that's why our people just have no trust for the system whatsoever at this point. You know, it seems like the so-called powers that be are allowing these things. They're allowing these extremist groups. They're allowing these attacks. They're getting these white supremacists. Soldiers are getting slaps on the wrist. You know, and now it's getting way more concrete. There's actual white supremacist organizations in America. They're openly combining racial ideology with physical training. I mean, it's open now, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we're talking about active networks. And listen, according to the ADL, these groups focus on fitness, MMA style training, propaganda, demonstrations, and building a culture around what is described as ongoing struggle against white oppression. They believe they're being threatened. They believe they're being threatened, ladies and gentlemen. They really believe they're at a war. Tracy Henry, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And also the Southern Poverty Law Center, they documented that, you know, the growth of these organizations and the emphasis on mixed martial arts, hypermasculinity, networking, recruitment. The SPLC reported that active clubs expanded from 4 U.S. chapters all the way from 2021 to 2024. So this has been going on behind the scenes for quite some time now. You know, they're not talking. These people are training. They're building relationships. They're creating local chapters. They're organizing fight events. They're networking with other extremist groups. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Because like you'll sit up here and say, yo, we're in a race war, and people don't hear you. And you know, we talked about this 2 years ago. And people said we were fear-mongering because, or they would say either we were fear-mongering or we're trying to start a race war. No, we could just see what they were doing. We were just seeing what they were doing all along. And now they let this guy out who was plotting on killing or unaliving a mass amount of our people at a jazz festival. They quietly released them. That's a dog whistle. That's a dog whistle, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we're not going to be fearful, but the truth is the truth. We can see what's going on.
I'm so happy to be black. Mississippi down there protesting, making noise and ready to test some shit up. Now let me just say you something, black people. It's time that we stand up for our community. It's time we stop waiting on people to come into our community. It's time for the people in that community to make some noise. And that's what Mississippi doing. I'm proud of Mississippi. Let them know that ain't one. It's a whole slew of us. Hundreds of us, thousands of us, millions, billions, and we gonna fucking show up until we get the justice that we deserve. Baby boy, our angel didn't deserve that. That woman did not deserve that. Okay? What we gotta start doing is speaking and stop waiting. Stop waiting for somebody to come and rescue us. It's gonna take us to help us. It's not no I in team, baby. We don't need one person to speak. We need everybody on the ground. We need everybody in front of the camera. We need everybody hands on. That's the problem. Speak for your community. If you live there and you feel like it's injustice, if you feel like you ain't getting treated right, if you feel like somebody been done something wrong, speak about it. Stop waiting. You are your own leader, baby. Speak. I'm proud of Mississippi showing up for Baby Boy.
Matthew 24:7 says, nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Listen, Christ himself prophesied modern racial conflict all through the scripture. Matthew 24:10, when he said, and then many will be offended and will betray one another and will hate one another. So you got to understand there will be social fragmentation. There will be hostility. And there's going to be a lot of betrayal and hatred in these coming days. That's where society is headed. You know, even Timothy, well, actually, Paul, he described in the last days as well, in the book of Timothy, where he says people will become lovers of themselves, proud, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, incontinent, fierce, all of those things. We're living in that time. So when there's people who are like-minded, you got to lock in. You got to tap in with people who see the world for what it is. Straight up, ladies and gentlemen. Straight up.
Y'all ever notice when things start happening racially in this country, where something causes a racial divide, it starts happening in multitudes? Like things start happening in pairs. You start seeing things frequently happening. It's like one after another, just frequently happening. So hear me out. So the first thing that we saw was the Asian guy that killed the black kid for, you know, supposedly.
They be getting me with this music, man. Like everything don't have to have music. But yeah, he's right. It comes in pairs. It shows up in surges on the media. And I want everybody to do me a solid. If you're getting edified, you're learning right now, get the likes up, ladies and gentlemen. We need the likes to match the views. All right.
Let me tell you something, people. I know what I'm seeing in the spirit. I know what I'm seeing naturally, social media, media outlets, in the world itself. I can see this and I know you see it too. There are powers that be that are trying to start a race war, trying to put us against each other, trying to put color against color, nationality against nationality, ethnicity against, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it work. Because let me tell you something, when God see us, God don't see a color. God don't look at me and say, well, that's a black man. No.
Again, there's more music on that, but I'm going to say this. The Most High has his chosen people. And the Most High is about order. And when it comes to our people, color would never be an issue if they didn't try to whitewash our biblical patriarchs. You know, even when we believed Jesus was white, we still was believers. So it's not in us to be quote unquote racist or bigoted. But we embrace the truth. We embrace the truth. Yeah, they going for the cinematic effect with everything. Sometimes, you know, you just got to talk your talk. You know, they put music on everything, and it's copyright law, so I can't react to everybody. And Geraldo, thank you for the support. Says locked in more than ever, big bro. That's what's up, bro. Yep, I'm telling you.
Gathering to start a race war soon in America. Just take a second and listen.
Canada's largest white supremacist group is training with fascist fight clubs in the US, growing a global network.
All right, so we reacted to that. Let me see here. Oh, Damon Darling. We got to talk a little bit about Damon Darling as well, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to hone in on that situation. I wanted to hone in on the Damon Darling situation. Now, I'm going to say this. I seen the police pulling him over. Let me see if I can pull this video up because this is interesting here. This is interesting. I want y'all to see this traffic stop where he was pulled over and told that he was banned from all Walmarts.
Did this cop make an illegal stop on Damon Darling?
All right, so you guys both get issued trespass warnings from Walmart, okay? You guys are no longer allowed to go to any Walmarts, any Sam's Clubs, or any Murphy gas station for life, okay? So that is a life ban from Walmart.
Now, all right, I want y'all to hear me out. I want y'all to hear me out. Something about this Damon Darling situation gives me a proxy, propaganda. All right, before we go there, before I know a lot of people, I rock with what Damon Darling does. I see that he's trying to bring unity in a very tense environment. I see all that. But something about this cop right here gives me actor. This gives me like this was staged. Like this gives me something's off about it. I'm just telling you what my intuition is telling me. All right. Now, and I'm going to show you reasons why, but this is giving me fake, like this was set up to happen. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel like it might be a psyop. Now, and I'm going to show you my reasons why. Don't worry about it. I'm not just saying these things to be saying them. I'm going to show you why. Why I believe that, like, he gives me paid actor. The face of this cop gives me paid actor. The setup of the whole scenario, you know, Damon Darling has millions of followers. He gets millions of views daily. I would not doubt if they would use him to push some racial divide purposely, right? Because you don't never see the cops just pull somebody over randomly while you out there to tell you you're banned from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? It just seems staged. The cop just randomly pull you over to tell you banned from Walmart. No, typically they will wait till you go to the Walmart. But anyway.
What?
Who's issuing that?
Walmart is. So
what? What do we do?
That's any private business can. I didn't go to Walmart. I just came and.
Well, they can't just do it for no reason.
Yes, I can.
Even if
we're not
They
there.
don't have to have a reason.
Can I appeal that?
What?
Can I appeal that?
You can call corporate. Yeah.
I'm definitely appealing that. I'm gonna give it to my lawyer. Have a good
That's
day,
fine.
buddy.
You as well.
All right, after watching that, for people that don't know, that was Damon Darling. And what he does is he goes around to Walmart.
I find that strange, ladies and gentlemen. I find that extremely strange that Damon Darling randomly gets pulled over for cops to tell him that he's banned from Walmart. They typically don't operate like that. Like, does Walmart got their own cops? Like, did they follow him on the road? Like, what's going on here? And I want everybody to understand how everything is a stage, right? Social media, it generates a lot of views, and it just something about that situation right there looks staged to me. You know, and I have the right to have my opinion. I know a lot of people are upset about the Damon Darling situation, and I get it. I can only go with my instinct and what I'm feeling in the situation, right? But I'm going to share some other reasons why I believe that, right?
and he buys groceries and stuff for the less fortunate. He truly is a good dude and a good humanitarian. And a lot of people are up in arms because Walmart decided to give him a lifetime ban from Walmart and from Sam's Club. But the police side of me looked at this traffic stop and looked a little fishy. So education-wise, here's what we know about criminal trespass warning. They're not a crime. It's a civil issue. It's a warning telling you that you're no longer welcome to come back. If you violate that warning, that's when it becomes criminal, and it is actual criminal trespass. Whether or not Damon was told to leave or was told he could stay, that's up for debate, but that's not the problem. The other factors of criminal trespass warning is when you're told to leave, you have to be afforded the ability to leave, and that's what he did. And then comes my problem that I have with this is we have a traffic stop where a criminal trespass warning is given. That traffic stop was conducted on a public roadway. It was not conducted at the Walmart. I already told you, criminal trespass warning is a civil issue. So what authority did we have to make a traffic stop? You don't have any reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime because our guy left. Damon was no longer on property. So unless you had an offense, like his seatbelt wasn't on or he was speeding, you can't conduct a traffic stop to enforce a civil issue. Out of all the things to get upset about, I can't believe nobody's talking about this. Of course, we need more information, but from the looks of it, this looks like an illegal traffic stop. It looks like his rights were violated. Walmart can trespass anybody they want, but that's a civil issue. And police have no business enforcing civil issues. Curious what y'all think on this one. Let me know in the comments.
You're watching. Yeah, it's completely out of pocket the way that was done. It's completely, and I'm not saying that the outcome or the result is not more racial tension, because they care about the outcome. But I honestly feel like that was staged. That's not police protocol to pull you over on a traffic stop to tell you that you're banned from Walmart. And the cop looked like an actor. Yep, that's right, Hebrew Care. Any publicity is good publicity. Exactly. And I came across some stuff that Damon Darling was doing some time ago in Walmart. And we know that there's double standards. We know there's double standards. You got Mr. Beast, who was all in Walmart doing what he was doing. And, you know, pretty much the same thing Damon Darling was doing. But, you know, Mr. Beast didn't get banned. So those are the arguments they want us to see as well. But look, this is something, and I believe that this video is real. I authenticated it. Seems to be a real video. No AI notes came out. This is Damon Darling, you know, some time ago.
Hey, watch this, guys.
I'm fucking quit! Fuck this place! I'm going to Target! I finally got a job at Cashapp! Fuck this place! Target rules! Woo!
Now we can argue that when Damon Darling was doing this back in the day, that it was not a problem. It wasn't a problem, you know, and everybody got a pass, you know what I'm saying? He turned his life around, whatever. He's doing for people, and I'm not bringing this up to try to disrespect what the brother has done. I'm just showing you how this wasn't a problem, right? This wasn't a problem. However, him giving to other people, buying groceries, is a problem, right? Now, I'm just bringing this out. And some people, and they label it, this is why he was banned. I don't believe that. I believe he was banned for bridging people together, you know, getting rid of some of that racial tension. Yeah, you know, and this is the past. They, you know, Damon said he was an alcoholic back in the day and all of that kind of stuff. He wilded out, right? I'm not here to try to hold that against the guy. It's not acceptable. This was not good behavior, Damon Darling. We get all of that. However, could Damon Darling be being used? I seen him go on TMZ, and you know, these type of stories keep things going, you know. So I just wanted to, you know, bring that out. But the ban is real, and people are talking about actually boycotting. They're talking about boycotting Walmart. I mean, they're really considering boycotting. There's a lot of people talking about this, that they're no longer going to be shopping at Walmart for one day. Let me see if I can find something on that real quick. Let me see. Is this it?
Yeah.
We're the Xenia Police Department. So the store, they have a trespass notice for you.
In Xenia?
Well, they're apparently for all Walmarts.
How are we banning a guy who buys people?
And here's another thing. There's multiple videos. That's another thing. You got the video with Damon Darlin being pulled over. He's being pulled over on pretty much on an illegal traffic stop. He's getting served with papers, but then you got him with multiple store scenes, the same thing. This is why I say, man, something about this situation seems off to me. He's going to different stores and they're telling him he's banned from all Walmarts. And it's like the public, they want you to see this. They want you to see the situation. Now, I'm no fan of Walmart. There's a lot of stuff that happened that Walmart, you know what I mean, should be sued for, but this is strange. Yep. Now, I hope everybody's understanding where I'm coming from, how the media sets up tension. Why are we seeing multiple scenes of Damon Darlin getting served with papers from different Walmarts saying he's banned totally, and then he gets pulled over and served paper? It doesn't make sense. Logically, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's like they're harvesting certain energy off of people.
Groceries, selling, pranking, and doing stupid shit.
All right, man. These people with these damn saxophones. That's when Ricky got hit in Boys in the Hood. I don't get it. Why y'all using that for everything? I don't understand. Y'all notice that creators are using that saxophone for everything. It's when Ricky got shot in the back. Like, I don't get it. Don't match what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, some of this stuff be real psyop like.
But you know you're not allowed in here. Why ain't I? I'm just buying people's groceries. Man, you're not allowed in any Walmart. Well, actually, the police officer said that is
Trespass warnings from Walmart. Okay, you guys are no longer allowed to go to any Walmarts, any Sam's Clubs, or any Murphy.
Now, how did he get banned in the store, multiple stores, and get pulled over? Make it make sense. Unless they want the world to get different videos of him getting banned.
Gas station for life, okay? So there's a life ban from Walmart.
Who's issuing that?
Walmart is.
Ban for life. Walmart done banned this man for life for helping people buy groceries. I see if the man was in there stealing, but he's actually spending money, helping people in need. If helping people, paying for groceries, get you banned for life, then what the is we even doing, man? And this is a prime example of how good people always get shit on. Man, it's wicked.
But you know you're not allowed in here. Why ain't I? I'm just buying people's groceries. Man, you're not allowed in any Walmart. Well, actually,
yeah, man, it's definitely a show, but it's also showing you that they don't want to see our people coming together. Because I've seen Damon Darlin put smiles on people's faces. I've seen him, you know, go up to people who look like rednecks, people who look like they don't. I mean, just brighten people's day, people who look like they don't even like black folks, but he has such an enduring presence with them. Those are the type of things that bring the nation together. You know, they don't like seeing good news. They don't like seeing that. They don't like seeing people actually looking out for each other and having a good time and sharing laughter. And Walmart is dumb. I mean, the whole agenda is crazy. Because they know our people, first of all, they know our people are going to still shop there. People are not going to, I don't think this boycott is going to do anything. People are still going to buy their goods. Why? Because the economy, people need Walmart. They know that the economy is so bad. Ain't nobody about to stop shopping at Walmart. Like, let's not even go there. But what it did do is it fuels more racial tension because there's a double standard there. People been going in Walmart forever doing their little pranks. Listen, it's guys online walking up to random people being hypersexual with people. And they're doing that in Walmart. You know, a lot of those are skits and fake, but they're filming in Walmart. They're filming filth and debauchery. But here you got a man that's paying for people's groceries, looking out. He gets a lifetime ban. No, the powers that be did that on purpose because they're showing you they don't want to see togetherness. They don't want to see people happy together, sharing laughter with people from all races. They don't they don't want us to see that. You know, these people are devilish. They're evil. They don't want to see good in people. They don't want to see good in the world. So that's what the agenda is. This is what they set this up for. You know, no disrespect to Damon Darling. I don't know if he's a part of a skit or a bigger plot or an agenda. I don't know. I mean, the man has millions and millions of followers. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest with y'all, sometimes they will make you a part of, they'll make you a part of the agenda, whether you want to or not. You know what I mean? They'll be like, hey, listen, you'll get that phone call. Hey, we got an agenda. We're going to ban you from Walmart. This is going to feed the racial tension in the country. All you got to do is be humble, Damon. You don't got to say nothing, do nothing. Hey, we're just going to set this one skit up, this one play. You can do what you want to do. You made a lot of money on social media. You help some people. Hey, I'm telling y'all, that's how the industry works, because social media is an industry. It is an industry. It really is. Not saying that's the case, but that's where my mind went in this whole scenario, and I think from all perspectives on these type of things, right?
As much as we shop at Walmart, as much as we spend money in Walmart, it is so funny that Walmart would actually ban someone that wants to give back to the people that shop at fucking Walmart. Walmart banned Damon Darling, a man that goes around and actually helps people. He will see you and pay for your groceries, pay for your gas, pay for things. In this day and time, in this fucking high-ass, inflated-ass economy, somebody actually doing a good deed got banned from a fucking store. You gotta know that we live in a motherfucking evil-ass place if someone that wants to do good is being banned from the place that they're doing good at. Damon Darling, go shop black. Go to the black businesses. They're not going to ban you. Mm-hmm. But to see that Walmart is banning Damon Darling from Walmart, Sam's Club, and Murphy fucking gas stations is goddamn sad. I say we boycott Walmart. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Y'all ready?
Hey, that would be a good move for Damon to pivot over into just shopping with, shopping with black businesses and looking out for the community. I mean, hey, that would be a good pivot for him. But also continue doing what he's doing. Walmart is not the only show in town. I mean, literally, Damon Darling can still go to other grocery stores. You can go to other grocery stores and still buy people's groceries. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate how they did the brother, but, this is just how it goes in America. They don't want to see nobody happy. They really don't.
215 bodies.
I wanted to show y'all this too as well, because, like I was saying earlier, you got a lot of people who only focus on what's going on with that isolated event with the Nolan Wells case. No, listen, there's a reason why we talk the way we talk about Mississippi, right? And the racism that goes on down south in general. Peep this.
He's found behind the sheriff's office. Officer Tatum is a piece of shit that sells out. And there's white people like that too. Seriously. Soulless. Like, honestly, motivational. 215 bodies were found behind the sheriff's office in 2022. Same medical examiner lives there.
Mm-hmm. I've made at least 5 videos saying the same thing. Behind every sheriff's office or jail in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, you will find graves of black people. Black people that were just passing through and was attacked by the police. A lot of families out there are wondering where their family member went. 9 times out of 10, they're buried behind some police jail. Like I say, I've made several videos saying this exact thing. Oh, man. When will y'all listen? When will you listen? I'm out of here.
And see, that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You got people trying to pigeonhole the argument as if because of one isolated event that's turned into a media firestorm, turned into a soap opera, that America is not, doing what it's doing, organ harvesting, hunting our people, targeting us. They act like it's not happening when it's just the reality. It's the reality. History teaches us something that's very uncomfortable. Large scale conflicts rarely appear out of nowhere. There's precursors. And we've been seeing this. There's polarization, there's radicalization, there's propaganda, dehumanization, factionalism, militarization. Then you have what? Confrontation and escalation. We at a point in America where conflict is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The insurrection spirit is being riled up in the children of the Most High. We have a spirit, and it's being ignited through all of this. We're survivors, so it's only natural that we're going to be alert in the spirit to what's going on. Because if you convince millions of people that the other side is the enemy, it's inevitable. And when this is happening every day, that's how escalation works. The Bible said land divided cannot stand. That's why the phrase on that thumbnail matters, because America doesn't need a physical, literal race war to become destabilized. Y'all got to understand that what's happening from a media front, it brings permanent polarization. It destroys by teaching hate through proxy. And they want us to pretty much destroy ourselves by turning every disagreement to an existential battle. Sometimes you can just agree to disagree with people. And honestly, a lot of these white supremacists, they're irate because we ignore them. We're not really worried about them like that. We live in our lives. We're focusing on ourselves. But they're having an internal battle, so it's becoming existential. And, they're teaching their young men what they believe is purpose. And that's to fight another demographic of people. And we should be teaching our young men to defend ourselves against another demographic of people. Because listen, defense win games. Defense win games. The physical peak of this war, it haven't arrived yet, but it's coming. We don't want it to. Hopefully it never comes, but we can see what it is. Because once an ideological war becomes physical, everybody gonna lose. Black, white, left, right, rich, poor, everybody gonna lose. Except for God's people who can see. People who are not gonna get tossed to and fro. Except for the people who are not gonna be, being easily triggered and have that battery in their back. Those are the people who are going to be on point. And right now, I'm just saying we got to recognize all the warning signs before there's a damn flashpoint. Because the objective ain't to win a race war. The objective is to save yourselves. Thank you for the contribution. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. It says, thanks for all you do, Nubreed. God bless you. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you. I want y'all to peep this.
They are lynching black people. No one's hiding it. They're not even hiding it. We can't pretend like, oh, racism doesn't exist. You can't pretend anymore.
One of the reasons white people hate black people.
Come on, white woman. Tell us why.
Is because we cannot tolerate black joy.
Look at your neighbor and say, joy.
We cannot tolerate black intelligence.
Is that a book you reading, nigga? Stop.
We cannot tolerate.
They can't tolerate black joy or black intelligence. So you know how we look, you know how we got to win the war? We got to have joy. We got to keep on increasing our intelligence. Because listen, these people are crashing out. They're on a dummy mission. They're destroying themselves. That's what we got to understand. Watch this.
Tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence.
You damn sure can't spell confidence without con.
We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person. There's a level of racism that I think hits differently for black people. We don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us. And I think
if it doesn't directly affect or entertain them, they don't like it. They don't like it. So you know what? You know how you win a race war? Be successful, be educated, have the joy of the Lord. You know, when you think about the race war, people start choosing sides. Who's going to win? You know, nobody's going to win no race war in America. Nobody's going to win. Anybody participating, nobody participating will win. But those who are focused on themselves and locked in, those are the winners right there. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, man. Somebody said it. They hate our souls. They hate our souls. They hate what we represent, man. James 3:14 says, but if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, for where envy and self-seeking exists, confusion and every evil thing are there. They want you full of resentment, conflict, argument. They want you full of hatred, full of violence. Nah, that ain't what we on. But if you cross that line right there, oh man, if they cross that line right there, then I'm prepared. We're prepared to put you down for our family. Straight up. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me and mine, because I put you down permanently. You will permanently be put down. You're not coming back from it. You threaten me and mine. I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm not backing down. I train. Listen, and I tell my people to do the same. You know, sometimes they think because, let me tell you something. Sometimes they think because we are righteous people, we follow the word, we mind our business, somehow they believe we're passive. No. You got us twisted. I'm not going to tell my people, my brothers and sisters, go out there and crash out because these devils want to dictate terms of war. The art of war, Sun Tzu already told you, never let your enemy dictate the terms of war. No, you come over here to my battlefield. I dictate the terms of war. That's how you got to go. We don't play their game. We're not predictable. They believe they can. This is what narcissists do. They want a reaction out of you. Some of y'all have narcissists in your lives that they're going to lose the war against you just because they're out to get a reaction. And once you don't give them the reaction that they expect, they get thrown off. They lose their balance. They self-destruct. They don't know what to do because you're not feeding into their nonsense, to their garbage. Some of you all dealt with that, with people like that in your regular life, trying to warn a reaction out of you. Listen, the white supremacist structure is the same thing. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. Somebody says righteous indignation. That's right. It's nothing wicked about that. It's nothing wicked me telling my people that if somebody try to take you out, you take them out. Nothing wicked about that. You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to protect yourself, at least on paper. We know how the system go, but hell, you rather be judged by 6, you rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, right? I'd rather get caught with it than without it. I'd rather fight something off in court than not be here for my children. Nah, we're not playing that. I'd rather fight something in court than have them try to take one of my, take my children out. Nah, listen, there will be body bags, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You come up in here, you come anywhere near my people. I'm at a cookout. You come anywhere near my people trying to take some lives. It's not going to go how they think it's going to go. And I be seeing these arguments all the time like, oh, these people are more warlike and they train. We train too. Who you think won all the damn world wars? Let me talk to them. Why do you think why do you think America is still here? Who fought all the wars? We did. We was on the front lines. You can't tell me my people ain't warriors. Who you think was fighting the gladiator? Who you think the real gladiators were? Fighting lions, tigers, and bears in the Colosseums until they rewrote history. Like they don't listen. Listen, let me be very clear about this. We're not intimidated. We see what's going on. And listen, when it comes down to protecting ourselves, we ready to blast off when it comes to protecting ourselves. Straight up, no ifs, ands about it. We bout that. We protect our family. We protect our children. We don't play those games. There's going to be a body bag and a toe tag. You play with us that way. It just is what it is. You can feel how you feel about it. But we're not getting our heads dashed across no stone or none of that. No, I don't know what Bible y'all reading, but we're not getting down like that. Yeah, we righteous people. We do what we do. We mind our business. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. That will be your last chance to cross that will be your last chance right there. Straight up.
You can see it in many videos. All the white women and white men that are telling black kids and black families to get the hell out of here, you don't belong. We just don't want you to have more than us, honey. We just don't want you to be prettier. We don't want you to be the beauty standard. We don't want you to be judges or anything like that. We want you to be below us, beneath us.
Meanwhile, they F around and find out.
Go in the house.
Go in the crib.
This is my estate.
Go in the crib.
I don't care.
Go in the crib.
We are.
Go in the
police.
crib.
Yo, look at
Go in the crib. I don't care.
Yeah, what do you do?
I don't
Section
care.
8?
Go in the crib. You tight. You mad. You mad. Go in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house.
What? Come up,
touch
come
me.
up here.
Touch me. Oh my.
At this moment, she realized she fucked up. I don't even want to show the rest of this video. I don't know what happens next, but I got an idea. Like, why the hell she go up in there and do that? You can only imagine what happened next, ladies and gentlemen. That's why everybody just keep their hands to themselves. Everybody just keep. I'm not going to show no more of this video. I don't know what happens next, and you know, I guarantee y'all got an idea, right? Because when people F around, you find out. Like, keep your hands to yourself. Stay in your just leave people alone, bro. Just leave people alone. That's my best advice. Like, if you in certain communities, just leave people alone. Peep this, y'all. Watch this sister break down some real talk.
But you need to understand, you don't run America no more. Everyone feed it. All y'all people is all the same. That's what y'all teach in your house. But black people don't teach that hate in our house. You need to understand that. Yeah, we don't teach hate in our house. Y'all teach hate in your house. Y'all narcissists. But you ain't gonna play that shit with me, yes. Because I'm not a slave. I never came from Africa. I'm an indigenous person to this country. You shut up. Let me tell you instead of what your mama taught you.
Now, listen, they can call this a crash out, but this is nothing but truth. Hear what she just said, because we got to be very clear about this. I'm about to break this down, what she's saying, because this is a threat to these people. Peep this.
But you need to understand, you don't run America no more. Everyone feed it. All y'all people is all the same. That's what y'all teach in your house. But black people don't teach that hate in our house. You need to understand that. Yeah, we don't teach hate in our house. Y'all teach hate in y'all house. Y'all narcissists. But you ain't gonna play that shit with me, yes. Because I'm not a slave. I never came from Africa. I'm an indigenous person to this country.
Now, Pete, what she said, because I'm not a slave. I never came from Africa. I'm an indigenous person of this country. Ooh, wee. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all something that's real talk. And it changed my complete perspective on everything over the last 2 years. When I found out that the mass majority of us here in America who are melanated black people, when I found out that we were already here before Christopher Columbus, it changed my whole viewpoint on everything. It changed everything, ladies and gentlemen. When I realized that we have roots here, that this is actually our land. Like if somebody say, where are you from? And I say, I'm from Alabama. No, and you know, those foreigners like, oh, they don't have no culture. They don't know where they're from. No, we're from there. We built it. We cultivated it. If somebody say, where you from? It changes the perspective now because it's ownership. If somebody say, where you from? I'm from DC. I'm from Chicago. No, we're really from there. We're foundational to the land. It changes the perspective. It filled in, and scriptures do, and the scriptures fill in the blanks. The scriptures fill in the blanks. So knowing that gives us ownership. I heard a Martin Luther King speech where he was even saying, listen, we did too much here in this land to turn now. We're not running to Africa, none of that. We did too much. It's ours. And that's why this sister said, you don't own this country no more. We know who we are. We know we have ownership. We have stake in this. We built the land. We're waking up. We see who we are now. You cannot play with us. Let's go.
You shut up. Let me tell you instead of what your mama taught you. Let me tell you the truth. I'm the queen in this motherfucker. You understand me? You came from my color. Black make every color. You understand me? Black make every. Your people are going extinct. And that's why you're mad. You can't procreate. That's what eugenics was about. That's what eugenics, the Darwin theory. Because y'all know the truth. I've been waiting to say this. I've been waiting to say this all my life. You're mad because only black people have the genes to procreate. And y'all know the truth. You come from me. A black person can make any color in Africa, white with blue eyes and blonde hair, just like you. Have a twin, one my color and one your color. It's called Esau and Jacob. You be quiet. You'll never, you can take me to jail. You're mad. Go ahead. Now let me let my people know the truth on this motherfucker. Esau and Jacob, you mad because the promise is coming to my people and you think we stole the birthright, but it's your Shut up, bitch. It's coming to us.
Yo, listen, let me tell you, she convicted their spirits on that plane. And that's the truth. That's the truth they don't want you to know. See, it's been a war between Jacob and Esau. It's been going on. And yeah, you know, our people are scattered across the four corners. We got people in Africa. We got people all over the place. And I'm going to be clear, just because I'm showing some level of inclusion when it comes to foundational Black American doesn't mean that I have something against other people. Doesn't mean that I have something against other melanated people or other ethnicities. That's not the case. No, we just have pride in who we are. Just like you see all these white supremacist movements. Listen, I met an Aryan brother. Yes, back in the day. You know, a guy from the Aryan nation who said, look, for us, you know, when they bang, they say it's not about really starting nothing with Black people. They're just proud of who they are. They're just proud to be white. Well, we're proud to be foundational Black Americans. We're proud to be the true biblical Israelites. We're proud to have the blood of Christ in us. We proud to come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're proud to be the original man. We're proud that we built all modern civilizations and cultures. We're proud to be the most influential culture in the world. We're proud to nearly invent every modern commodity that you use today. We invented it. We're proud of ourselves. We're proud to be we're proud to be Israelites. We're proud to be Black. You know, Black is just a color, but you know, y'all understand what I'm saying. We're proud to be who we are. That's it. This is not about hating nobody else. Just like you have people from Jamaica, they proud to be Jamaican. They proud to be, you know, Mexican or whatever. We're proud to be foundational Black Americans because our culture has curated a complete movement in the world. Let me do this person. Let me do Quicksilver a favor. Let me do Quicksilver a favor. Let's do him something. Got me fucked up. Oh man, it's been a while since I did that. Man, that felt needed. Man, you know, sometimes you just gotta block somebody. Man, you know, anyway, you know, we be sniping people out in the chat. A lot of times, listen, I don't even know what the point of trying to be a troll on Nubreed Global Truth. We leave our chat open. Most of the time, we don't give you no attention. We'll just snipe you. I got some moderators, they just be sniping people. They don't even say nothing. You just gone. 1 minute you there, next minute you gone. But if I notice it and they don't get removed, you just become a joke. You just got to go sit in the corner. You get booted out the room for what? For what? One day you're going to want to talk in this chat. And now you gone. Now you got to go make another profile. But I'm telling you, our culture, man, it's something. It's something. Somebody say he did it last stream, by the way. We don't be playing with them people, man. We get rid of them, bro. We don't have no time for that. We on our purpose over here. We on our purpose on this side. But you know, our people are responding in various cities to these white militia gangs that's showing up. People are responding.
What's up, proud bitches? You got Los Angeles out here waiting for you. But John Mellis, we heard you got kicked the fuck out because you're a little...
Okay, so now these are some, I guess, Mexican groups. But let me say this as well. When it comes to this race war situation, when it does get physical, it's not going to just merely be black and white. There's going to be different groups. There's going to be Mexican groups, Cuban groups, Dominican group. It's going to get crazy out there. It's not going to just be black and white. You're going to see who really against who when it really hit the fan. And I'm talking on a physical front. You're going to see. And it's something I want y'all to notice, man. The Nolan Wells situation. Let's touch on this. Let's touch on this for a second. listen, the last thing that I really paid attention to in regards to all of that case, because it's becoming like some type of propaganda at this point. You know, it's supposed to be going to a jury, grand jury. That's what I'm waiting on to see what the hell the outcome is. However, I don't know if y'all seen this last interview with Tatum and the so-called friends of Nolan Wells. But listen, it was a lot of crazy stuff that happened, a lot of lies that were told. And I want y'all to look at their facial expressions.
I mean, we loved him dearly. Yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us. And I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know what happened to him more than we do. I mean, we want to know what. I mean, Nolan was like a brother to all of us. I mean, we loved him.
And why does Warren look like he on Ozempic all of a sudden? Why does Warren look the way he looked? Like he looked like he lost about 30 pounds, bro. And that don't look like just fitness. That looked like something eating him alive, bro. Something eating Warren alive, man.
Loved him dearly. Yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us. And I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know what happened.
Look at their facial expressions. You can tell they were not their friends. You can literally tell. And why is this dude smiling and laughing? Wow.
And also, I noticed, I read body language, nonverbal communication. I noticed the whole interview, they were sitting with their hands crossed, folded in, almost in a defensive posture. Weird stuff. I just noticed little weird stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, they just look hella guilty, bro. Like even them just doing too much talk, it's just guilt.
I was saying that shit. That doesn't make any sense to me. They are the type of white dudes that literally hide their racism and smile on black people's faces, right? But in reality, they'll talk shit and say racist things, say the N-word about black people behind our backs. That's them. Literally 100%. Stop calling those called friends his best friends. They are not his best friends. They went to the podcast before they reported to the police. Even if Brandon Tatum makes his content anti-black, that's why they feel so comfortable going to this podcast. I appreciate Brandon Tatum to inviting him to the podcast. It really shows us. Like somebody is lying.
Hey, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Shares Romans 9:13 as it is written. Jacob have I loved and Esau I hated. Straight up. Straight up. Esau sold his soul. Jacob got next, man.
Morgan, Warren, and Jax left the island at about 4:30 p.m. That's it.
All right. Is music on this one too? All right. Okay. Mr. Jake Lane. But as you can see, them boys look like they lying, man. They look like they lying.
Like a vampire, shine the light on the vampire, but don't engage with it. Shine the light on it, and that's all you do. And just let it burn in the fucking light, bro. But let these people show you so much of what they say about marginalized people, about women, especially about black men, about disabled people, about gay people. All the negative shit you hear, most of, not all, but most of the negative shit you hear is a projection. I had a t-shirt I was going to put on my Cosmic Nomad site. I'll probably just make it for myself, though. It says, unwarranted accusations equal guilty projections. And that's right, like 9 times out of 10, 100,000% of the time. But black people, we're going to need the craziest mental fortitude, the craziest mental strength anybody has ever had, ever. Especially as it pertains to the next coming years. Because we could definitely be going into Jim Crow America. All so we don't have to call the president a pedophile and we don't have to call Netanyahu a war criminal. Yeah, they'll destroy this country. And actually, let me add another take I have. I think that Donald Trump isn't even the president. I think Jared Kushner married Trump's daughter, so he could basically, because Jared Kushner doesn't have a soul. I think Jared Kushner married Trump's daughter so he could be the acting president behind Donald Trump while using Donald as a scapegoat and leveraging Donald Trump's cult while also being able to get Donald in office to pardon his criminal fraudster dad, who has a bunch of issues, but we don't have to go there for this conversation. And I think that Jared Kushner wants to escalate the violence in, or at least whatever it's going to take to create this new Gaza or this new Israel, greater Israel, whatever the fuck the project is. Because he's going to be $100 billion real estate developer in this new land that they're creating. And if that doesn't make him a god, he's going to be some kind of king in this new Israel. And the whole entire point.
Well, he getting into some deep stuff right now, y'all. He getting into some deep stuff right now. And I'm going to tell you, it makes total sense why they are willing to implode America, destroy it. These people believe in order out of chaos. And I don't want to go too far on the rabbit hole in regards to that, but I will say this. The writings are written all over the wall to show that these people they're not putting America first. I know that, and that's the reason why that faction, America First, is going to get so volatile, because now they have an enemy. You know, for us from the beginning, we said they all white supremacists, regardless if they across the pond or not. For us, they all are white supremacists. But we already know that, hey, now the white militia groups, they have an enemy. So it's going to be some internal war with them too. But let's go.
One of these guys trying to like create this land for the fucking the Jews who got banished from literally every single where that they've ever been at. Like this whole entire Greater Israel project, it's so they can be the crown of Africa. Came from outside, created their own land within, destroyed, colonized, corrupted everybody else's organization and system, forced everybody to worship their religion, and then became the actual gods, because the God of that religion that's going to come save the people who've lost everything is never going to show up. And then Israel gets to take all of this technology, all of the money they've made out of the American economy, and they're stealing from government contracts right now. Mind you, they get to also pardon everybody in the Trump administration who's covering up the whole entire file situation and all the other war crimes they're doing and the destruction of our economy. So all of them will go there, and they won't get extradited back to the U.S. Israel gets to use the United States military while destroying our economy, while enslaving everybody in this population to this dying country, as long as they need it. And then they're going to turn the remaining, if there are any, Palestinians into slaves. And this is going to be like a new version of Dubai for like European Jews. Like a vampire, shine the light on the vampire, but don't engage with it.
That's exactly what we got to do. Like a vampire, shine the light on them, but don't engage with it. And that's what we've been doing. We just let them show what it is. We highlight what's going on, and we fall back. Telling you right now. The race war is inevitable, and it's also going to be internal. The white supremacists, they're going to war with each other as well. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake about it.
Why do you think nobody's getting arrested at all? I mean, come on, bro. Just use your mind. Not one person is getting arrested. Nobody knows what happened. All of these flock cameras, all of these different things that's so easy to pin a murder. You can't even shoot a gun now without the police knowing. So if all of this shit is getting covered up, it's not just because of white people. It's not just because of black people. No, it's because of these people who have the ability to cover that up. And who would that be? The federal government, these officials, these departments. You don't think these Masonic orders on both sides know what's going on? Come on, that's why you gotta look. Only people who are being affected is the common people, not the high class people. Trust me, they're not being affected at all. That's why you don't hear them speak up saying, where do you see these high class Masons come out and say, especially our colored Masons, coming out and say, yo man, this is crazy, we gotta put an investigation on the federal government. Why? No, they're part of the play. They know what's up. They're hive mind. They are the one energy that is being used for allow these reptilian serpent consciousness to live through them. Mm-hmm. Why do you think nobody's getting arrested at all? I mean, come on, bro.
Exactly. The federal departments, agencies, everybody, bro, they all in on it. This is how we know that our protection is divine. When you see all these travesties taking place and you got all these cover-ups going on, just know that the Most High is working on our behalf behind the scenes as well. And so, yeah, you know, we had to have this conversation about the race war, ladies and gentlemen. We had to talk about this. Acts 17:26 says, and he has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on all the face of the earth. That's how it should be, because humanity comes from one blood. Then, you know, racial supremacy and all of these things fundamentally destroyed that concept. We are the beginning. And, you know, to be clear about it, we proud about who we are. And, you know, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to stay prayed up. You got to stay on point. You got to stay mindful of who you bring around you. And you definitely got to be set apart. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for joining in this evening. I'm going to go ahead and get hydrated, get some rest. I will be back, you know, tomorrow with those midday motivations. If you enjoyed the broadcast, make sure you hit it with a like button, share, support the work at nubreedglobaltruth.com as well as hebrewcare.com. Get your natural products. It's always an honor and a blessing building with y'all. More material is coming. Thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all be blessed out there.